Hello, this is Derek Fournier with Plainsight Strategy Group, and I'm working on pillar number 2, which are 4 of the 10 corollaries in the T-suite. And this one is about acting rapidly. And I know that this may seem like a contradiction in terms in some regards, or even something to be afraid of. You don't want to act too quickly. I know a lot of people think about the phrase ready, fire, aim, and we use that as an anecdote to talk about what you should not do. But the idea of getting beyond thought, which we talked about in pillar 1, thinking aggressively, and actually doing something is amazingly complicated, it would appear. The more I work with businesses across the country and across my local geography and throughout my career, I've noticed that people really like to sit in rooms and think, but when you actually have to roll up your sleeves and do work, everyone seems to disappear. Now this speaks to the concept of time in the T-suite, and time is a commodity we do not get to have flexibility with. So, while it's terrific to spend time to come up with a great plan, you are not going to come up with the perfect plan. You're not going to be able to predict every eventuality. You're not going to be able to make things completely optimized. Do not let your pursuit of perfection stop you from action. So when you're sitting there with your group and you're coming up with these plans, ask yourself if thinking is what you should be doing right now, or if you have thought enough. Now, I'm a huge movie fan and I like typically bad movies, though Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan isn't a bad movie in my mind. The thought of going and taking action, I think, is conveyed in a phrase there, and you're probably thinking about all the quotes and thinking how that works. We were in a triage meeting back at Microsoft, and when I first got into software development, I used to think you had to fix every bug. You don't. There are plenty of bugs that exist in software that no one will ever see, and that you shouldn't spend your time on, to be quite honest, because the good of the many outweigh the good of the one or the few. Actually, it's the few or the one in Star Trek II. I apologize for my honorable Trekkies out there that actually watch this blog as well. But the idea that you need to triage and act is the pair you're looking for. So the action has to come after you've done your thought. Go get it done based on the best possible conclusion you can come to at that time. You may find out that you acted too fast and you should have thought more. Great, that's a learning experience. Move forward. You may find out that you took too long, and if you had just acted 2 weeks prior, you would have closed the deal, or you would have come up with a new product line before somebody else did. You're going to have to find that sweet spot, but you cannot lose sight of the fact that action gets things done. Steve Jobs is often credited with the phrase, real artists ship. You must keep that in mind. It is not enough to sit there and have great ideas. You have to actually execute those great ideas so that people know that they're great. Thanks for tuning in to this video blog. I'm Derek Fournier with Plainsight Strategy Group.